All right. First and foremost, I want to give all honor and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rakaha, Kodash. Double honors to the elders and apostles, the GMS who I learned from. Shalom to the hopeful elect, preaching his word in truth and sincerity. And to you, ribs, to you, sisters out there learning in silence and staying in order, I say to you all, Shalom. Right. My name is Corner Yon from the Diligent Soldiers out of Boston. Under GMS. Right. We follow GMS and we uphold and respect the elders and apostles and the men of GMS as the men of the Lord. Right. I had just got this clip, about, Prime Minister Netanyahu, which is what you would call the president of the land of Israel today. Right. But we know that those aren't the real people, as it says in the scriptures. Right. That, Israel shall be trodden down of the heathen. Right. Right, or the Gentiles, until the times of the Gentiles be fulfilled, right? And that's the coming back of our Lord Yahushai, right? So we know that they're not the real Israelites, but there's a conflict there, right? Because, the scriptures in Isaiah 14, it talks about when, the nation of Israel is put back in that land, that there shall be peace and no more sorrow, right? And the whole earth will be at rest, right? We know that they're not the real people because the real people will bring about peace, and we see nothing but wars and attacks, especially on October the 19th, which was yesterday. The Hezbollah tried to attack the home of Prime Minister Netanyahu, right? And these kind of attacks are bold and brazen, right? They have emboldened themselves. This is the book of Joel, chapter 3, verse 10. Beat your plowshares into swords. Right. This is talking about, switching up from agriculture and trying to nation build to building weapons and instruments of war. Right. Get prepared and ready for war. These are what the nations have been doing, knowing what Esau had in store years back. Right. Everybody knew that the dollar will collapse eventually. Right. And there's going to be an overtaking, right, of Esau's kingdom, slowly but surely, up through the strength and power of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, right? So the Lord put the spirit on these nations to get bold and get strengthened in the end days, right? So from the top, verse 10, beat your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks into spears. Let the weak say, I am strong. Right, verse 11, assemble yourselves and come, all ye heathen, and gather yourselves together round about. Thither cause thy mighty ones to come down, O Lord. Right? And it's slowly taking place, man. These heathen are slowly, bringing themselves, right, again, through the strength of power, Yahweh, Hashem, Yahushai, towards the valley of Yehoshaphat, which is, the Lord's judgment, right? All things have to come to place in order, and you see them falling into place, right? This is from Hindustan Times, right? We have a clip. And the title says, Major Update in the Hezbollah Drone Attack on Israel Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu's home on October the 19th. Iran sought to assassinate Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu. Channel 12 reported. Slovakia. Channel 12 said that a senior government official confirmed the involvement of Tehran. This is the first report alleging direct Iranian involvement in the drone attack. Israel's PM office on October 19 confirmed a drone targeted Netanyahu's residence in Caesarea. Netanyahu's private residency in Caesarea was hit by a Hezbollah drone, as per IDF. However, the Lebanese group has not claimed responsibility for the attack. The Israeli PM and his wife were not at home when the drone attack took place. No injuries have been reported in the drone attack on Israeli Prime Minister's residence in Caesarea. In his first reaction, Netanyahu mentioned killing of Yahya Sinwar earlier this week. Netanyahu said Israel is continuing its battle with Iran, other terrorist proxies. This is Israeli PM, however, didn't mention the Hezbollah drone attack in his first reaction. The attack on Netanyahu's residence is being seen as major security failure on Israel's part. Iran directly ordered Hezbollah drone attack on Netanyahu's home? Question mark. Iran sought to assassinate Benjamin Netanyahu, says report. Tehran in revenge mode after Yahya's death, basically saying major update in the Hezbollah drone attack, right? So you see that they didn't even want to report it. They did not even want to report it because they didn't want to seem weak and vulnerable, right? There's no respect for these people no more. Everybody's coming against her, right? People that were at peace at one point are now tired and sick of this place, right? The Lord has put the hooks on these nations to move on these damn wicked. It's over for them. Call Halal Yahweh Hashem Yahushai for that. This is Obadiah chapter 1 and verse 7. All men of thy confederacy have brought thee even to the border. The men that were at peace with thee have deceived thee and prevailed against thee. They that eat thy bread have laid a wound under thee. There is none understanding in him. Right? So the one who was on top is gonna get pushed out to the borders, right? Back to the state in which he was originally supposed to be, right? Way low onto the ground. Right? The Lord has said that he made the basis of man, which is Esau, to confound the wise, right? But now it's time to bring him back to the basics, right? This is Isaiah chapter 14, verse 12. How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, right? And that word Lucifer means light bearer, right? Which would indicate the the king of Babylon, right? Which will be a president, right? And we know that Amalek is the head tribe of Esau. Right, it says, how art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning? How art thou cut down to the ground, which did weakest the nations? Right? You've been beating these people up for so long that the Lord put the spirit on them to get weapons, man, and come against you. Verse 13, for thou hast said in thine heart, I will ascend into heaven. I will exalt my throne above the stars of God. I will sit also upon the mount of the congregation, right, which they are right now, in the sides of the north. And I will ascend above the heights of the clouds. I will be like the Most High. Yet thou shalt be brought down to hell, to the sides of the pit. Right. This means to be, very low, right, and to be destroyed as well, to be killed off, man. But he's gonna have a big downfall, man. Right. He's gonna be humbled. Right. Verse 16. And they that see thee, right, shall narrowly look upon thee and consider thee, saying, is this the man that made the earth to tremble, that did shake the kingdoms? Right? He's going to be brought down to a point where, he has no influence, no power, man. Right now, nobody fears this man. We're seeing the beginnings of this. Right? Verse 17, that made the world as a wilderness and destroyed the cities thereof, that opened not the houses of his prisoners. Right? I mean, we see this all over the place, man. We have places like what's that called? What's that prison called in Cuba? Wow, I can't believe I forgot it already. Where they bring all the terrorists and never let them go. But here in America, we know that the Israelites make up the majority of the prisons, and there are more prisoners today than there was ever slaves, right? So on and so forth. And it's going to be continuing to, he's going to continue to fill up these prison houses in the end days as well and create more prisons, right? Verse 19, but thou art cast down of the grave like an abominable branch, and as the remnant of those that are slain, thrust through with a sword, that go down into the stones of the pit, as a carcass trodden underfoot, on the feet. Right? So he's going to be reverting back to his natural state, right? To be chased out like the thieves, right? Matter of fact, this is Job chapter 30, and he tells you how he felt about them when they were in their lowest estate. Job chapter 30 and 1. But now they are younger than I, have me in derision, whose fathers I would not have disdained to have set with the dogs of my flock. Yeah, whereto might the strength of their hands profit me, in whom old age was perished. For want and famine they were solitary, fleeing into the wilderness in former time, desolate and waste. Right? To cut up mallows by the bushes and juniper roots for their meat. Right? They were very low, very poor, very animalistic, right? Eating just random bushes. So they were driven forth from among men. They cried after them as a thief, right? Because Esau is a thief, right? But when you see a thief, you chase them, you get out of here, right? So whenever you saw them, you treat them like a stray dog, right? There was verse 6, to dwell in the cliffs of the valleys, in the caves of the earth, and in the rocks. Among the bushes they brayed, under the nettles they were gathered together. They were children of fools, yeah, children of base men. They were viler than the earth. See? And that's their natural state, and that's where they're going to be returning to, right? I hope this lesson was edifying, man. I want to give all honor and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Makah HaKodash. Excuse me. Double honors to the elders and apostles of GMS who I learned from. Shalom to the hopeful elect preaching his word in truth and sincerity. And to you ribs, to you sisters out there learning in silence and staying in order, I say to you all, Shalom.